Good morning, friends and family from Peoria, Illinois. We're here at the Peoria Boat Club Marina, which is a very small marina. There's probably only 20 boats here, and I think I'm the only transient boat, so I pretty much have the place to myself. There's a clubhouse up here, and I'm doing some laundry now and just made some coffee. And thought I would bring you up to date on how we got here and where we're going next. So yesterday we got a good start and got really lucky. We hit the lock perfectly timed. Actually, the lock keeper held it up for us for about 10 minutes, which I'm sure the boaters that were waiting in the lock weren't happy about. So we got in without any wait, which is extremely unusual on the Illinois River. So we're very grateful for that. That was the only lock we had to negotiate yesterday. Um, Yesterday was very quiet on the river. Not a lot of other boats out. Not even, I probably saw maybe 3 barges all day and maybe a couple of fishermen and a couple of pleasure boats, and that was it. We pretty much had the river to ourselves. It rained most of the day, but that was okay because it kept the temperature down. Not a great section of river, if I'm honest. It opened up into some lakes as we went along, but the lakes were super shallow and kind of muddy, and so you had to really stay in the channel and concentrate on that. And the Illinois River is really low right now, which is going to play into where we're going next here in a minute. But we got here last night, probably about 6:30, and we had to be really careful getting in here because it is so shallow and the water's down. Now, that's created another problem for me. I need fuel. There was a fuel dock about 15 miles up that I stopped to get diesel, and it looked like something out of a Mad Max movie. There were like abandoned, rusted tugboats everywhere, and I'm not going to mention the name of the marina to spare them any grief, but it was something pretty surreal. A guy, I was trying to get into their little channel, and a guy came out in a boat and looked like he had been crawling under a diesel engine most of the day and just jumped in a boat to come out and get me, which was really nice. But then he led me back into this rust yard of old docks and stuff, and so he said, I've got a fuel hose over here somewhere. It all sounded really sketchy. And then he said that the only payment he would take was a check. So I just backed out of there. Now, if I had known then what I know now, I might have been more reluctant to leave, because what's happened is I've gotten out over the front of my skis a little bit too far where I need fuel, but the marinas in this little stretch, I'm not able to get in there because the water level's so low. Now there's a marina right across the harbor. There's a chance I may be able to get in there this morning. The water came up just a few inches overnight, and I'm on Central Time, so I've got to wait till they open to find out if I can get diesel. The reason it's a huge problem is we're in a blank section of the Illinois River, really, until we get down to the Mississippi, where there aren't a lot of offerings for diesel. So I really need to fill up both tanks now, and I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, and I don't know how we're going to do it. One of the guys that checked me in last night said, well, at the very least, we could get a bunch of 5-gallon diesel jugs and start shuttling diesel back and forth to the boat from the nearest gas station. But that would be a long day, and I don't want to have to do that. So really keeping my fingers crossed that we can get in there and get filled up on both tanks a little later this morning. And it actually works out okay because we're going to take a shorter day today anyway. So we've got a little bit of time. We did a little over 70 miles yesterday. Now the current didn't help us as much as I thought it would. It helped a little bit, and we made, a lot of miles. We probably could have gotten here a little bit earlier, but one of the storms put the wind right in our face, and that slowed us down quite a bit too. So today assuming we can get fuel, we're just going to head to Havana, which is, 45, 50 miles away, which would put us there early afternoon if we get out of here and get fueled up at a decent time. If we can't get fuel, I've got a logistics problem to solve, but we'll figure it out somehow. So anyway, I just wanted to give you an update, and while I'm waiting for the marina to open, I'm going to finish some laundry and take Molly on a walk. And they've got a little coffee maker up there in the clubhouse, so I've been making some coffee and just trying to chill this morning and not get too worked up about not finding fuel. So yeah, that's the plan for today if everything works out okay. A couple of things I wanted to mention. I did get Starlink installed on the boat a few days ago. I forgot to mention that. After I had to get towed from Lake Michigan and didn't have cell service, I decided that I was going to go ahead and pull the trigger on Starlink and get rid of the little cellular hotspot I had, because honestly, the cost is about the same once you purchase the equipment, and it is so much more reliable and so fast. I haven't had a single problem with it. It's plug and play, and once I had to reset up my AIS and all that, but once I got all that done, it has been great. So hopefully that will allow me to upload videos, quicker and easier, and not have to rely on cell service. The other thing I wanted to mention was yesterday was my dad's 88th birthday. He would have been 88 yesterday, and he was a boat guy. He grew up in my grandfather's sporting goods store. They sold fishing boats with Johnson outboards. And then when he was in his late teens and early 20s, he actually raced hydroplanes on Parksville Lake. And then after that, we went through a series of a few fishing boats. And, I spent a lot of time on fishing boats with Dad. And he continued fishing right up until the point where it was just, really too hard for him to get in and out of the fishing boat. But so yesterday was his birthday. And, I thought about him a lot while I was on the water. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say happy birthday, Dad. So, yeah, I'll check in. Hopefully we can get to Havana today. If not, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to have to figure it out. Oh, so the other thing, too, is once we get past Havana, we've got a couple of really long runs to get down to the Mississippi. But I've been doing some research, and it looks like things are going to improve as we go south, as far as marinas and scenery and just the feel of the river. The experience is supposed to get better as we go along. So hopefully we're moving into that territory, and things are going to be better. So thanks for watching. I'll keep you posted. Keep your fingers crossed for me that we can find some diesel, and I'll check in later.